I can't lie, at age 46, to still be active, to still be thriving, still throwing punches, it just shows how much of a legend you are.
Left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty.
Numerous Pacquiao has resumed his training with famed instructor Freddie Roach in preparation for his 2025 comeback bout against Mario Barrios. Running the streets of Los Angeles with his crew, Pacquiao has been concentrating on training and maintaining his vigor. A legendary boxer is committed to making a powerful return to the ring.
All right, let's go.
You see that speed, Ellie?
That's unreal. What, 25 punches in 4 seconds? This pay-per-view is selling 1 million. Yeah.
Since the beginning of his career, Manny Pacquiao and renowned instructor Freddie Roach have enjoyed a long and fruitful collaboration. A major factor in Pacquiao's ascent to become one of boxing's best champions has been their close relationship and respect for one another. Now, Manny has once again selected Freddie Roach to mentor him as he gets ready for his 2025 comeback bout. A feeling of nostalgia and inspiration to revive the chemistry that drove so many of Manny's legendary triumphs was brought about by this reunion. Their long-lasting bond demonstrates the faith and commitment that underpin Pacquiao's preparation and recovery.
Manny Pacquiao ever again.
Let's talk a little bit about Freddie Roach, because you know your relationship has been so definitive. What do you think is the best advice that he ever gave you?
Just focus. Always what your dreams is.
Was that advice that you needed? Was that something that you found difficult to do?
Is Manny Pacquiao and Freddie Roach trained together once more? Fans are experiencing nostalgia. Their reunion reminds everyone of Pacquiao's heyday, the epic battles and unforgettable moments they shared, and it inspires excitement and hope for another incredible chapter in boxing history.
Left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old, going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing, I need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed. It in front of a heavy bag, but whenever you're in front of opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao is not going to have zero legs.
Of boxing's most renowned coaches, Freddie Roach frequently talks about his first meeting with Manny Pacquiao. Manny weighed only 112 pounds at the time, making him a little boxer who was underappreciated by many in the boxing fraternity. Roach saw that Manny had exceptional punching power and potential. Roach spotted in the young fighter a special blend of speed, ferocity, and tenacity that suggested future greatness. while others rejected him. Their long-standing collaboration, which would ultimately mold one of boxing's most extraordinary careers, was founded on this early conviction.
What did you know about Manny?
Nothing. He's a little guy, 112-pound former world champion. He says, well, you want to work out together? I said, yeah, no problem. After one round of mitts with Manny Pacquiao, I says, wow, this kid can fight. He had speed and he had power. And because I asked Pacquiao, did you go to any other gyms before this one? He says, Freddie, I started in New York and I came across the country and I stopped at every gym I could and everyone else turned me down. I says, what? We started working together. Everything was going really well. He was about to go home, but at that time, Lidwaba was the world champion from South Africa, and his opponent had gotten sick and pulled out of the fight. Manny was the next available opponent.
What are you thinking?
I told all the top-ranked employees, bet on Pacquiao, he's 60-1. I mean, you can't get a better odds than this. And they said, Freddie, your guy's gonna get killed. I said, what are you, crazy? I said, this kid is special.
I frankly had never heard of him, but I've seen and heard of him now.
After years at the top and a period away from the ring, Manny Pacquiao has reunited with longtime. Trainer Freddie Roach to prepare for his 2025 comeback fight against Mario Barrios. Training footage reveals Pacquiao and his team intensely focused on conditioning, speed, and technique. His routine includes early morning road work through the streets of Los Angeles and sharp mitt sessions under Roach's watchful eye. This camp marks not just a physical comeback, but also an emotional renewal for the former 8-division world champion. At 46, Pacquiao's speed and power have amazed fans and boxing observers alike. Many are surprised by how closely his current form mirrors the explosiveness of his prime, especially considering the physical toll boxing takes over time. The comeback has drawn comparisons to George Foreman's legendary return, sparking hope that Pacquiao can defy age and expectations in similar fashion. For fans, it's a powerful blend of nostalgia and anticipation, a chance to witness a living legend chase greatness once more, fueled by passion, discipline, and the desire to prove he still belongs among the elite.
Manny Pacquiao is back at training with Freddie Roach. This is crazy to think about it. Manny Pacquiao is coming back at age 46 to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC World Welterweight title. Listen, this is inspirational. I can't lie. At age 46, to still be active, to still be thriving, still throwing punches, it just shows how much of a legend you are, how great of a talent you are. Only a special kind of human can take on this challenge. You know, Manny Pacquiao, age 46, he takes on Mario Barrios, who is in his prime. Like, this could be devastating for Manny Pacquiao if shit goes left. But you know what I keep asking myself? Imagine if Manny Pacquiao actually comes back and beats Mario Barrios. That's crazy. It's happened in the past before. Bernard Hopkins, George Foreman, they've come back in their older ages and they've become world champions. It can happen, it's possible. But I mean, listen, if we're going to talk about skill sets, Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than George Foreman. Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than Bernard Hopkins. So it's not impossible if you think about it. Manny Pacquiao has got a better chance at becoming a world champion at 46 than Bernard Hopkins or George Foreman did. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. Why not? Live your dream. Do you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what age you are. Live your fucking dream. Let's fucking have it.
The desire of Pacquiao to regain the WBC welterweight title, the same title that catapulted him into the global limelight years ago after he first won his first world title at flyweight, is among the most romantic elements of his comeback. Throughout his career, Pacquiao has competed in several weight classes and accomplished unprecedented feats. This battle represents a full circle, connecting the beginning of his journey to what may be its appropriate end. It's not just about the title, it's also about tradition, memories, and ending the chapter with the same team that helped him get started. Experienced boxing analysts are cautious despite intense training DVDs. They make the argument that success in the ring isn't always correlated with impressive training. There are still concerns about Pacquiao's ability to sustain the reflexes required to avoid counterattacks, bear the consequences of a full fight, and resist the stamina demands of several rounds.
Dr. News told Onto Your Gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Sean Gibbons, Pacquiao's advisor, has emphasized the purposeful meaning of his opponent's selection of Mario Barrios. As the current WBC champion, Barrios has a direct connection to the organization that awarded Pacquiao his first world title. This clash has deeper significance than just rankings or financial incentives. It serves as a purposeful bookend to his legendary career. The story of reclaiming a previously held title gives the fight emotional depth and meaning, regardless of Pacquiao's victory.
This is a bad idea. Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. There were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried that he's going to get hurt bad.
Teddy Atlas, a boxing analyst, has looked at Barrios' background and physical size, pointing out that he is not a natural welterweight, but rather climbed up in weight. This suggests that his apparent size advantage may not be as real as it seems, possibly putting Pacquiao on an even playing field. According to Atlas, the fight might be more evenly matched than most people think, turning it into a thrilling and exciting bout rather than a simple mismatch.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we've talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight for Manny.
Regarding Pacquiao's prospects, the boxing community is still divided. Others adopt a more cautious stance, acknowledging the hard realities of aging in a physically demanding sport. Yet others believe he has the experience, talent, and mental toughness to outsmart a younger opponent.
Not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight. And of course, we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro. You would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean he was
108 pounds, right?
Yeah, jockeys are about 105 pounds, I think, somewhere around that Neighborhood. I mean, can you imagine him though going to the whip? He might have killed the horse. That's the only thing. Yeah, you would have had Peter. What is it called? Peter, whatever. Peter. You would have had Peter coming after you. You know, look what he did to this horse. You know, but look, I love Pacquiao. One of my favorite people. One of my favorite fighters in the whole world. He's moved up from like whatever. Incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I brought it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up. Incredible. Just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active, you know, who... I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business, because styles make fights. But you're right. He beat Ugas. You could say Ugas was a little older than when he fought him a little bit, than when Pacquiao fought him, and maybe that made a difference, whatever. But he did take a lot of punishment, Pacquiao, in the Ugas fight.
The entertainment appeal of the event may outweigh the competitive severity of the bout, according to some critics who have compared it to spectacle battles like Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Or his network, his YouTube show.
1 second. Do you have, so you got Manny winning?
Yes.
You got Manny winning?
No. Against Barrios?
Yeah.
No, I think, look, every great fighter got one great fight left in him. That had to be Thurman. And Manny... I think Manny seems to want to. Manny appears to be like how Bernard and Roy were. Like he's really one of those great old school fighters where you gotta he's got to go out on his shield.
Yeah.
Going out on your shield used to not mean just in any given fight. It used to mean that's how they went out. Period. Yeah. Fighters, and Manny's like that.
I do not want to see. It's really hard to see Manny Pacquiao losing to Mario Barrios because of who they are, but who they are now. You know.
Sean, I do not want to see like Manny on the knee, mouthpiece out. That's going to hurt me.
Kevin
bro.
McBride, Mike
That's
Tyson.
Gonna hurt.
The complicated feelings accompanying the comeback of a renowned fighter are highlighted by this division.
Overhand right. Stop it! Welcome to K9 Boxing. And it's yours truly, Cornelius K9 Bundridge, the oldest world champion in junior history. And Manny Pacquiao is looking to step back in the ring, y'all, against Mario Barrios, July the 19th. If I'm not mistaken, it's July 19th. And I give Manny Pacquiao a good chance at winning. Because, you know, a lot of people say, well, he's been inactive. He's older. Man, but he throw punches. He has a lot of experience. And his last fight was an exhibition, which still was a fight and still kept him sharp, punching, doing something. So it ain't like he just ain't been in the ring, ain't did nothing. Yeah, he been working. It's like them underground boxing matches are real fights, and it keep you off bold. You know, Emmanuel Stewart used to do a lot of exhibitions for his guys, or his guys to get them sharp, to get them prepared for a fight if they hadn't fought in a minute, just to have them fight sharp. What up, Keith? Yeah, just to have them fight sharp. So if they got in the ring and they hadn't fought in a minute, it won't seem like it. It'd be like seem like they just recently fought. Yeah, so. You know, it's a lot of stuff you can do to make yourself relevant, sharp, can have you right, ready for a fight. Yeah. My young dogs, Kevin, Kyrie, and Tadell, you know, the Hawk, the dogs, they fought to a draw.
I mean, but Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation, because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might run and beat Pacquiao up. I mean, not knock him out, but, you know what I mean, beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like on. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so, I mean, why not? If he can make it happen, make it happen. Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I mean, I would love something like this. And that's a fight you know you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans are going to criticize you for.
Yeah.
But the reality is Manny Pacquiao has a diehard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to see other fights at 47. You Stanionis, you Boobs, you Brian Norman.
Yeah, but he want to steal as much as he can steal. You know what I mean? Because again, this shit is not forever. Just like anything else, it's going to end. So you want to make some money and you want to do great things.